You ready?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Scotch, bourbon, and rye, yeah, we on that whiskey. Wanna discuss an array of topics, conversation simply. Gonna drop your whiskey bars with the sip hitting for. Could you pass it? You want more? Another glass, let it flow. A steady pour. A steady pour. Yeah, a steady pour. A steady pour of growing. A steady pour of sharing. A steady pour of knowing. Now pass that Glen Carry. So pull up a chair, grab a glass, and enjoy a melanin-infused perspective with a whiskey twist. Yeah, yeah, a steady pour.
Let's get it! Let's go! You're welcome to another episode of a Steady Pour podcast. I'm your poor coach, Drew.
Calvin.
Tony.
Darius.
And we are your co-hosts. And we have another dope episode for you guys.
What's up?
Sir.
What's on the agenda?
We have another Battle of the Barrel Picks. No stays in this one because this is Ben Holiday.
Nice.
We have Ben Holiday Barrel Picks.
Missouri Bourbon.
Missouri Bourbon.
Yeah.
I was surprised when Tone said that and he had it. He was like, yeah, I was like, what do we have for barrel picks? And he was like, oh, we could do a Ben Holiday. I was like, didn't we already? And don't they already have, they have barrel picks? I didn't know. I haven't seen one.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff out now, man.
Clearly.
Doing it big.
Is there much out of Missouri?
Not really. They're the only ones that I know of that are,
I didn't
distilling.
get from Missouri until you just said that. I was like, Missouri?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says it on the bottle.
I mean, it does say it on the bottle. But
It's an old brand. They've been, the history of it since like the 1800s.
always in Missouri?
Yep. Same grounds that they're doing it now. They stopped in like
Same
85, I want to say.
When it became illegal?
No, 1985.
I was thinking 1880.
No. Well, they stopped for Prohibition, and then they picked back up.
You know damn well they ain't stopped for no prohibition.
I mean,
They stopped for Prohibition.
None of them
based
stopped
on
for
the biography.
And then, anyways, they stopped for a little bit in the 80s when, bourbon wasn't really popping, and then they picked it back up, I think, 2015.
Okay.
So now,
When
that's
it's
why
on the
they
rise
have,
again.
So that's why they have like a 6-year product now, because they're
Okay.
they kind of lined
So
up with that.
they stopped when they still kind of had stuff in, or because of when they picked it up, they got right back into
They
their
already
old
had all
ways
the
and then-
means and
I
picked
got
up the
you.
old formulas and got right back to it.
I was thinking that maybe they had a little stock when they stopped. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
they could have
yeah.
had a little stock when
Coulda.
they stopped. And
Yeah.
it was just like, oh, let's shut it down, blah, blah, blah.
I think they
and then-
had like the mash bills and you know what I mean? Everything.
Right, they had recipes.
Yeah, so it was just a matter of picking back up.
And so what we've had so far, we've had like their small batch. We've had the soft wheat. Apparently, I've had the soft wheat cask strength.
You were very drunk, but you did have that.
apparently.
Because he has no recollection. He was like...
He showed me the proof, and I was like, yeah, that's what that says.
It's very good. And it's basically just a barrel-proof version of their releases.
Why didn't you bring that one today?
I don't have
Oh,
those.
no, it wasn't ours.
I didn't.
Oh, was it?
That
Oh,
was,
okay.
that was Frank,
Okay.
bottle
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
The homie Frank. Jersey Connect.
Wait, we missing out on something?
And so now we have 2 barrel picks. Tone, where are the barrel picks from?
All right, so one of them is from Justin's House of Bourbon that we picked up there in Louisville. And that's just a regular single barrel that they did. And then the second one is Bourbon Lore,
Okay.
which is a group that's, I think this is actually their first pick that they've done.
Oh, okay.
So this is an 18 barrel blend, which is insane to me. I don't know how you... 18 barrels
different
from all
barrels.
over. I think there might be some details on the...
Yeah, it
bottle
shows
there
the
where
floors, it shows
all
the
of-
barrels,
yeah.
it shows the rick house. That's pretty cool.
So imagine picking 18 barrels and then
barrels.
blending them together and coming up with the formula. So
I
I'm anxious
wonder
to
how
see.
that one tastes.
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus, I'm curious.
But you know what? We're doing it blind, so
We are.
we don't know what we're gonna like.
I
We'll
like
see.
them both.
Yeah.
I hate them both.
Yeah.
I doubt
Hopefully
that.
not.
I doubt it.
But yeah, man.
All right, so
go for
let's get started. Should I just grab whatever the first one I see?
Yeah, we don't know what's what.
yeah.
So
The worst person to go first with this
Yeah,
glass.
you
yeah.
I feel like I destroyed myself.
You always say that.
I always say that. I always feel like that. It's the truth. And I finally get to start it off.
and put it back in order, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Where are the caps?
All right, boom. So
Boom.
we have our pours. We starting with the right first.
I'm all right with that.
Okay.
That's what we're
cool
going
with it.
All right.
On your right.
Cool with it.
Oh.
Oh, my bad. I was still singing. This is nice.
I'm getting traditional bourbon notes.
Yeah, vanilla.
Yeah. A little floral.
I'm like getting more sugaries.
Yeah.
Get more cinnamon
sugary.
and sugar. I think I'm getting more cinnamon than sugar. But it smells nice.
Definitely on the butterscotchy side.
Yeah. It's kind of a light nose, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd agree.
I think it's a little more than light. I think
No,
there's
I
stuff
mean,
that-
yeah.
I get it's not heavy,
Right.
But I
It's
get,
not-
I get what you're saying. I get
not-
it's,
not a
it's
lot
on
of
a
heat to
lighter
it.
side than other.
Yeah.
Right, and it's not like
It's not like boom.
right.
All right. Going in.
Kind of follows through on the palate.
Sweet.
Still
Syrupy.
getting the vanilla. I'm still getting that.
Butter.
Yeah, that butterscotchiness, and still kind of light. You know what I mean? It's not super heavy.
Yeah, not much spice.
Sugary note, like you said. I'm getting like a syrupy feel to it almost. Like,
Yeah.
But it's not giving me that syrupy mouthfeel.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like table syrup.
Kinda.
Coated. You know what I mean? But I hear what you're saying about the mouthfeel, though. What you
think
got,
we do.
Drew?
This is a good solid pour. It's traditional bourbon notes on the nose. It's traditional even on the taste. And in terms of the caramel, the butterscotch, you get the sweetness. You get a little bit of the oak. The oak is not overpowering. It's just a really good solid pour. I mean, I'm trying to give it more. It's not complex, but it's everything that you would think of when you're like, all right, pour me a glass of bourbon. This is what it'll be. And in terms of the proof, it's. I forgot to look at the
we
proofs. So, or even
We can give the
disclose
detail
what the
I
afterwards.
looked at some of them, so I know.
but
I know one of them.
gonna like to guess on this one. This is like I'm gonna say like it's not quite 110, but it's close to it.
Close to above or below?
It's below. So I would say So I would say anywhere between 105 and 109.
Wow, okay.
That's my.
I think it's a little more.
I was going to say, I'm leaning more towards like 115.
Yeah. But it's,
Maybe
it's
a little
quality.
less. Yeah, it's good.
It is
Do
quality.
they have any pours?
I was thinking like I don't know. Yeah, maybe like 115, 116.
There's a little bit of a linger there towards the end that I'm tasting now.
And I don't.
Finish.
It's not like it's crazy spicy, but it's still there right now. And it's nice.
Yeah, it's a medium finish, and I'm getting like I'm getting more of the barrel or the earth notes on the finish, which again is still I would say is like traditional
Still quality.
bourbon note.
It's a very quality pour. It's very well made.
I don't know if I particularly like the back end flavor. Those oaky notes, those earth tones. I don't want to say throw it off because that makes it sound like it's like at the end, but like that sweet kind of butterscotchy flavor on the front end. And then that one, the earth tones kind of sneak in the back end, and then they just linger a little longer than I want them to. You know what I mean? And then at the end, that's the impression instead of the butterscotch that I originally.
Yeah, I get
So you have any pours on that based on what you just said?
I mean, it's three. I would say 3.25.
Okay.
A little more than I'm not mad at it because I'm not mad at it. It's pretty solid. It's the drinkability is there. Definitely relatively easy sip. It's just that linger back end kind of. I'm not readily gonna reach back out for it.
Got you.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm gonna give it a 3.25 as well.
Darius?
I think I liked it a little bit more than you guys. On initial taste, like Drew said, it's just a really solid pour. Like it could take, it was like defined. Like nothing was really wrong with it outside I guess the back end wasn't the best, but I didn't find it to be that dull. But with that being said, I'm probably just gonna go half and go 3.5 for me. Like I'm not mad at it. I want a little bit more of it. So
Get out of my head.
get out of my head. I mean, your head.
That's what I was thinking. 3.5.
Yeah.
It's good. I hear what you're saying about the back end, but it doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
I think that there's enough sweetness that it kind of
Carries for you.
tampers that a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't mind a little bit of the earthiness as long as it's like not the predominant note, and I didn't get that.
All you're getting is earth and dirt.
So yeah, it's good, man. I enjoy this pour. 3.5. So. All right, ready to move on? Water.
I feel you on the not minding the earthy tones, but I find in bourbon, if I get a little too much, just a little too much of the barrel, a little too much of that earth, it throws it off for me.
Yeah.
Whereas in like a rye, it can even enhance,
Elevate it. Yeah.
Right.
I feel like
rye
it's a fine line, and I don't feel like it tipped over.
It's dancing on
It's
it.
dancing
on it for me.
It is, but
you know what I mean?
I feel like I've had way more earthy tones than this one.
Absolutely.
But I get what you're saying. It is there. But like the tones point, for me, it wasn't like,
Yeah.
It was brief. It was brief. But, everybody's different. We all had different palates. All very unique individuals.
We down to move to the next one?
We're gonna move on.
All right.
You need water?
I
Darius,
guess
or
we're
you good?
ready.
I have water myself, bro.
Right.
I have my own water.
He said he came prepared.
I try. This is the second one.
Oh.
So,
Wider nose.
Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely a more unique nose.
this nose is
What is that?
This is an
note?
18 barrel
Stronger.
nose.
Yeah. It might be. I don't know.
Is there a year difference? Because I'm reading on this one it says 7 years. What's the other one?
well,
This one smells heavy.
Same? Okay.
7 years, 4 months.
All right.
which means that's
Because I'm just wondering if complexity might come from the fact that it's 18 barrels or...
The aging length.
we'll find out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's part of the process, isn't it? We're trying to kind of...
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, but if you're really actually blind, you really aren't knowing anything going in, right? So I hear what you're saying.
We don't know anything.
It's not a double blind, sure,
Yeah,
but...
you're right. You're right.
But it's a blind in the sense that we can't be biased. Like I can't go. I can guess if this is the 18 barrel.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You know what I mean?
This is way more dense, just even on the nose. Like, I don't know. The other one I would say is light. This one is not light.
No, not
heavy. It's not heavy, but
Not
it's
heavy.
medium.
Yeah.
yeah, more medium and
Right.
and a more unique smell. Like I'm trying to pick up what I'm getting from it, but it does smell very.
You get like multiple sweet notes.
Yeah,
This is very sweet.
yeah. There's more layers to it.
Almost like a cocoa malty note, a little bit, but still not like a rare character exceptional or something where it's like on a different planet. It's just kind of a layer on the sweetness that we got on the other one.
Smells
So it's
thicker.
weird. When you said cocoa, I didn't really get that on the nose.
No,
But I just tasted it.
you're getting heavy on that.
Not heavy.
Okay.
Not
Just a
heavy,
layer.
but I'm picking it up.
Okay, all right.
I'm picking it up. I still don't really smell it, but I was
Yeah,
like,
it's-
cocoa, not so much. And then I tasted it. I was like, oh yeah,
There's that cocoa.
huh. a little bit, a little hint in there.
Wow, it's so different.
This is a bit more delicate.
Yeah,
I'm at the mouthfeel on it feels a bit delicate.
It smelled more complex. It smelled thicker.
It tastes more complex to me.
a little vanilla in there,
I'm not
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I get a little bit of vanilla, not as butterscotchy, more molassesy.
Yep, I'm there with you. What do you think on the finish? It doesn't seem to linger out as long as the other. Well, actually, that pour did. It's different though. They're like
So I'm getting similar earth notes, right? But they seem to be a little less intense and a little more stretched. So I'm picking them up sooner, but I taste it with everything else. Whereas in the other one, I tasted the butterscotch and then I tasted the earth notes.
and this is a little bit more of
A blend.
right,
Right. It's blended in the molasses. It's blended in
like an 18-barrel blend.
I mean,
It might be.
Possibly.
I don't know.
I agree with you though on that. I think it is
Yeah.
more blended in.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I don't like the flavor as much as the first one because
that's interesting.
It's-
I don't
it is
really. I think
interesting.
I like
Because it makes me like it more.
Yeah, I know. That's why it makes it interesting. Because for me, I think the whatever we had before this one, to me, the flavor on that one really jumped out at me more than this one did.
Okay.
This one it's different, and it is more complexity there. But I'm just not really sure I'm enjoying all that complexity. Right now.
I'm actually not getting complexity.
No.
Well, yeah, I guess I was being incepted by what everybody was
But
saying.
like even, I don't. I guess I'm still stuck on the delicate and the. Whatever flavors that are there is light. It's not as much. I feel like there was more flavor in the other one.
Yeah.
And this one is like, you have to really search hard for the flavors, because I'm not really getting. I'm wondering if I'm still tasting the first one, to be honest, as I'm going through it. So, it makes me think. It's almost similar to like you go from when you go to a high proof to a low proof, right? Where you can't.
Really, I get you can't get
pull
that.
Can't get rid of
flavors
it.
because you're still tasting either the previous one or it's not as pronounced.
So you think the first one we had was higher than this one?
I
I feel like
don't
this
know.
one might be higher than the other one.
Yeah.
I'm not getting
Proof wise,
I feel like
I
this
think
the
I
second
agree.
one. I think
I
might
think
be
this
higher.
is like
120.
118.
Yeah.
I feel like this one is high, but I get what you're saying. But yeah, I feel like this one is a higher proof because it does linger with me a little bit longer.
And it's got a little more sting to it.
It does. So with that, I think I know which one is which too. I have an idea.
All right.
I think I got an idea too.
Yeah.
I think I have an idea.
I'm a little surprised. Like it's as if maybe I don't know what's going on.
So I kind of agree with you as far as I don't know if delicate is the word that I would use for it, but I think I hear what you're saying in that.
It's harder for them to pick up, I guess, notes of.
And I will say that the first ones, the notes that were there were a little bolder, a little stronger. But the complexity that I'm getting is even though the flavors here aren't as strong, there's more layers. It's layered more. And that's what I am perceiving as complex.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Anybody got a pour?
I mean, I guess I'll go first on this one. I like it a little bit more than the first one. I'm going to go 3.5.
And I'm like the opposite of that.
I
I like it
know,
a little
I'm the
less than
same
that
way.
one. So I'm gonna go 3.25, maybe even 3. But I don't think I'll go 3. I think 3.25 is a nice middle ground.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm wishing I put the first one a little bit higher. Like 0.25 higher than I put it at. I had it at 3.5.
We're here
so.
now.
But yeah. So this one I have the same as Darius, a little bit less, 3.25.
Yeah.
Neither of them are bad, and I think there's plenty of people who will like the second one more than the first one. I just felt like I liked a lot of the flavors of the first one more. I got more of the butterscotch and the sweetness. Then on this one, it was a little bit more of like Cal said, more complex. Like there was a lot more happening, but I like the notes more on the first one.
I mean, so does your rating have to be different for you to like the other one more? You know what I mean?
No, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
So could
They're
they
very
both be
close.
3 5s?
They could.
And you
They
just
could.
like the first one
Yeah,
better?
they could. I just, in my mind, if I like one a little bit more than the other.
You want to give it that
Yeah.
extra too? Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I could put them both at 3.5 and be happy with it.
And the only reason why I brought that up is because I was thinking something similar. Because I was thinking like, do I want to put this at a 3 5?
Right.
I like it more, but it's still kind of 3.25
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
But I was going through that same kind of like, well, if I like it more, then shouldn't it be like that 0.25 more?
Yeah.
But
It's a tough
I guess
blind.
Not really.
It's a tough blind because they're both really good. It's just, to me, a matter of preference on
Pretty much, yeah.
flavor and complexity.
I would agree with that.
Drew.
I think after when I nosed the second one, I was like, I wanted to like this more than the previous one. I was like, man, I love the smell in this. This smells good, and perhaps I don't know. I just think that the second one was just more muted. There were a lot of similar notes compared to the first one, and this one was just muted. I almost wish I kind of tasted that one first, maybe. I don't know. So just from that, you almost got me to change my rating to the same from your argument from earlier, but just for the sake of showing the difference in which I enjoyed more, I'm just gonna go 0.25
Right.
lower, and I'll say 3 ounce pour.
Okay.
Okay.
So the first one was the 3.25. This one will be a 3 ounce pour.
All right.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So should we do a reveal on which one do we drink first? The right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first one?
Yes. Yes, we did.
So do you know
So
which
which one is that?
That one is right.
What symbol you got? Okay, that's the first one.
Yep.
That's this one.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Because the
what's that
star is the original.
I guess Drew had it right. Because this is a higher proof, I think, than this one.
So the Bourbon Lore was the second.
Yeah, this is that's 122,
wow.
right? This is 118.
122. I was right on that. I
You
called
were.
118.
Which one is this?
The first one.
That's the first one.
This is the first one.
No.
Oh wait. I'm confused because this was right here, right? No, this was right here, bro.
He knows what the symbols are.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Yes, this is the second one. Sorry.
This is the second one. Yeah. So that's why I was saying like Drew had it right because
Yeah.
the first one was the higher proof.
Hey,
But the second
you know
one
what?
was the 18 barrel one.
That's very interesting. Okay. You know, I mean, blinds, like,
I know.
we've just been shocked.
That does not taste
many
like
times by
122 at all.
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't.
I thought for sure that was the lower one.
So I was like half right because I called 118 on the second one, but I definitely thought that the first one was a lower proof.
Yeah.
And that's
I
122.
think we all
I
did.
think we all thought that one was lower than the first
It was
one.
deceptively.
But I definitely knew that was the 18 barrel one.
Yeah. You did? You called? Yeah.
No, yeah,
feeling
it
you.
made
And definitely,
sense.
as soon as I tasted it, I was like, oh, that's...
Oh, 'cause
and
of
then,
the-
and then
the
you were
little notes
like, oh,
about-
you mean 18 barrels more? I was like,
Yeah, based on the smell alone, I
Well,
felt
when you
like
said
it was
blended-
so different. I'm like,
When you
this had
said
to be-
blended, I was like, that's what you're saying.
just
Yeah.
the layers.
Yeah, because this one is what, single barrel, I think. Is
Yeah.
it? Yeah, and it has the traditional notes that you normally
Right.
used to
And they
smelling.
were like solid.
They
and
were
more
solid. It was just
straightforward.
solid. Like it was a solid pour. This one was more experimental.
Yeah.
With those
It's good,
18
though.
barrels. So that's why I think it's an acquired taste.
Same age, similar proofs. It was an interesting blind for sure. And I don't think neither of them were bad. Like we said, Cal, I'm kind of with him on they could have both been 3.5.
I feel like I want to try this one more now because it's the whole 18 barrel lore and all that. Because
Give it
you
another
want it
chance.
should be more. I want to like
was
it.
good,
I want to.
yeah.
I want to grow to like it. 'cause
I mean, you didn't
And these-
dislike it.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
It's realistically, the ratings we're giving is really in comparison to the other one.
Right,
It's
Yeah.
right, exactly.
Like they were both pretty good.
yeah. And I mean, they're both fresh cracks. You know, they open up a little bit more. You
both
never know.
neck pours.
Right. Right.
But I'm just saying, you know, I would like to revisit it, come back, and kind of,
Yes.
you know,
Revisit it right now.
I think,
we got the bottles in front of us.
but I think we pour those out, especially because we poured it from vessel to another vessel, and then in our glass, and then we immediately drunk it.
true.
So if you pour that out and let it sit,
Yeah.
kind of air for a little bit, maybe all that little those little back ends when we were like, oh, that kind of tastes a little hot. Maybe all that kind of dissipates a little bit. We start
Settles in
pulling up a
nicely.
little bit more of the flavors of each.
Nice.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, there you have
Alright,
it,
that was
folks. The Ben Holiday
Blended by Ben.
Barrel of the Barrel Picks. Battle of the Barrel Picks.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think. Did you guys have either of these picks? One was from Justin House of Bourbon. The other was from the Bourbon Lore.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Absolutely.
And with that, we'll see you on the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.
Much love to y'all.
Well, that concludes this episode of a Steady Pour podcast. Make sure you follow